Okay.
So we are seen for the like parameterization concept. What is the parameterization? So what are the values we are entering through keyboard? Those values you should do for the parameterization, right? So like in application side, username, password, you are entering first data on first name, last name, and date. And so these all things, what values we are entering, we can do for the parameterization. Already we know for the like in parameter also we have the some properties there. Okay, what are the properties? Sequential, random, unique. So already I explained, right? What is the sequential stand for? Every user has to pick the first data point. Like random is it is a user will pick for the randomly. Unique means every user has to pick the unused data point. And each iteration means like every iteration values will be changed. So every user has to pick the like random, and each iteration means every time it will be update for the values. So when you are selected as a sequential each iteration, so what will happen already I showed. So just I will do for the quickly for okay, I'm doing for the username, replace parameter, create new parameter, and username I'm doing, and click on properties and create table and click on OK. See, now we can observe. So once we can enable this, we are able to see for the sequential, random, unique. So sequential and random, and assembly we have the each iteration and each occurrence and once property. So if you select sequential each iteration, so what will happen? See, in simulate, we can simulate. I'm giving for the number of users will be 4, number of iteration will be 4. Now we can simulate. Now we can observe. So which property we are selected? Sequential each iteration. So sequential stand for every user has to pick the first data point. See, these 4 users we have. 4 users will pick the first data point. What is the value will be there in Jojo? So all users pick the Jojo, and sorry, 1 minute. I'm not entered any data. So quickly will enter data and 4 users data. Jojo 1 and Jojo 2 and Jojo 3 and Jojo 4 and underless and I save. See, now we can simulate because we have the data now 4 user data. Now plan this. See, first iteration 1 user pick the Jojo. You can observe here also in the table. You can see first user will pick the Jojo, and all iteration means first iteration all users also pick the same Jojo only. And second iteration time, first user pick the Jojo 1, all users also pick the Jojo 1, third iteration, fourth iteration. Means this is the sequential. Sequential stand for every user has to pick the first data point. Each iteration means is to update for the every iteration. See, you can observe iteration 1 Jojo, iteration 2 Jojo 1, iteration 3 Jojo 2, iteration 4 Jojo 3. Means every iteration is a values updating. That is the sequential each iteration. Now we'll go with the random each iteration. See, click on simulate, and I can click on simulate. See, so user will picking for the randomly. A random nothing but user can pick any one. Maybe it is a same value it is picked, or maybe different value. So for iteration 1 and iteration 2 also is a different values to pick. So that is we can call it as a sequence, or sorry, random each iteration. And going to the next property is the unique each iteration. So unique each iteration means what is the unique? Unique nothing but one-to-one mapping. Like what is the unused data point? We need to pick that one. See, for example, we have the 1, 2, 3, and the 1, 2, 3, 4 is the username. Password will be XYZ some A. So unused data point for the one is the which value X, because it is a no one used. See, for example, we are doing for the recharge cards. If it is a someone it is used means we can use no, right? So that is a unique property. And when you are selected on the unique only, so you can select random, you can select sequential, anything. So 1 minute. So when we select for the unique, we have some special properties which will come, like about the user and continue cyclic manner, continue last value. So about the user means we have the 4 username and 4 password. So after that, we want to don't go to the next value. So then you need to abort. And if you want to go to the maybe continue cyclic manner, means already it is 4 users completed. You want to again cyclic manner, you want means you can select for the continuous cyclic manner. Maybe you want for the continue with last value. So what is the last value will be there? You want to continue for that last value. So maybe example, we'll go to the example and you guys will be understand. And you see this is the username, this is the password. Okay. And 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and X, and Y, and Z, and some A, and some B, and some C also there. See, unique, we are doing for the unique means what will happen? What is the first user unused data point? X. And second user already it is used X, so it will not pick X, because what is the unused data point? Y. And what is the third unused data point? Z. And fourth is continue. So but you are given for the property continue with last value. So what is the last value? C. Means next time what will happen? Again, A is the what is the unused data point? B. And 2 is the C. So it is after that we don't have values, it will be continue with the last value, means it will stop the test. So this is point of view only we are able to see further these properties. Got it, everyone? So after that we have the sequential, each iteration is completed, right? Sequential each occurrence, and random occurrence, and unique occurrence. So going to the what is the sequential each iteration. First thing for the sequential. What is the sequential? Every user has to pick the first data point. And occurrence means what will happen? Occurrence means it will update for the values. Like first time user A pick means second time user will pick for the some B. And third time it is a user will pick the C means next time it will pick for the some D. Means it is a values will updated for the means occurrences. It will be changed for the occurrences. Means it is update for the occurrences values. So that is the sequential. And so random means randomly it will update, and unique means uniquely update. So that is for the each occurrence. Going to the once property. So actually see why I am not showing for this simulation here means, see, you can click on this, click on simulate. You cannot simulate a parameter where updated value is on each occurrence. Alternatively, select each iteration. So we don't have simulate that point of view, because we need some updated values for that point of view. We don't have that way. That is why we are not do for the simulation. Simulation nothing but our understanding point of view only. Okay. And now we'll go into the once property, sequential once. So what is the sequential? Every user has to pick the first data point. And once means what will happen is first iteration, what are the values you'll pick? If you give for the 2 iteration, third, 4, 6, or nth iteration also you pick for the same values. Now you can observe, click on simulate and click on simulate. Now you can observe first user pick the Jojo because sequential. And second user also pick the Jojo, user 2 also Jojo, user 4 also Joe because sequential. And you can observe second iteration also same values picking because we are selecting as a sequential once property. What is the sequential once means? First iteration, what are the values it pick for the every user? It will continue for the all the iterations. So now this is the sequential ones, and going to the random ones. And see, you can simulate. See, user will pick the randomly, but you can observe one thing. We are given once property, that is why iteration 1, what are the values picked for the every user? Iteration 2 also you pick the same. And if you give for the iteration 3, iteration 4, or you are giving for the iteration 100 also, it will pick like this. So this is the unique sorry, it's a random ones property. See, because it is picking for the Jojo 1, Jojo 4. Again, Jojo 4 also is picking because randomly maybe that will pick anything. But once property it is working for the every iteration will be same, it is continuing. See now unique. C is a 1-to-1 mapping. User 1 Jojo, user 2 Jojo 1, user 3 Jojo 2, user 4 Jojo 3. It's a 1-to-1 mapping, and we are given once property. That is why it is continuing for the all the iterations also picking for the same value. It's clear for everyone. So by name I'm selecting for the username and click on close. So click on OK, and so always no. Now we are done for the individually like every username password, but we have to do the one more parameterization only in one concept, complex parameterization. What is the complex parameter means? What are the dependence values will be there? Like one by one it will come. For example, I will open quickly notepad. Okay, so see, for example, username, comma, username will be depends on the password, will depend on the username, and same to the password and the username, it is depending for the like first name also it is depends on the username, and last name also it is depend on the which name, username, because based on username only we are created, right? Password and first name, last name, and address 1 and address 2 and city and credit card, and so like this we want to come with each and everyone in the same line. Like this means we need to do further some complex parameterization. How we can do means already I done for the username, right? Now you can click on for the password and click on same way replace with parameter and click on create new parameter, and after that you need to give for the name of this value, like we are doing for the password. I'm giving for the password, and after that click on properties because this is the file type only, so I'm not changing properties. And after that, last time what we done, we clicking for the create table, but now we are doing for the complex parameter means you don't click on this. What is the first value done? Username, right? So you need to select for the user dot file, username dot file. You can come here and you need to select for the username dot file, it will be there, you can select. See, it is came, right? Now you can click on add column. So you want to add for the password here means you need to click on add column. See, it is asking for the password param. You can click on OK. See, it is added or not? So password column is added or not, because username is the password is depending on the which one, username. So now you can select for the by name. By name you need to select for the password only because we are doing for the password parameter only. For here, when you are doing for the like complex parameterization, so we no need to select sequential these things. We need to select for the what is the dependent value, username. So here you need to select for the same line as username. Means, for example, Jojo will be there. You want pick for the bean means you need to give for the one more property, same line as username. Everyone will be see same line as username. You can click on this. No need to give for the this time sequential, random, unique, each iteration. This all things no need. So you are doing for the password. So we are giving for the same line as username and click on close and click on OK and always no. Now we done for the username, this one, right? Now you can come to there and what are the values will be there. You can come there and date and time we'll see later. Okay. So now we'll see the Jojo. Jojo also it is a depending on the username. So I'm clicking this and replace with parameter and create new parameter. And we are doing for the first name. I'm giving it as a name, it as a F name. Click on properties. So don't click for the create table. Now you need to select for the which dot file. Username. Yes, very good. Username dot file we need to select. See, we selected what are the values will be there. It is displayed. Now we need to click on add column. means we are adding for the one more column. So that is why you need to click on add column. Once click on the add column, it will show for the what is the column name. It is adding f name. F name nothing but first name. You can click on OK. See, it is added. Now you can come to the by name. We need select for the which name, f name we need select, because which value we are doing parameterization now, f name only, right? You can do for the f name. And after that, this f name also, it's depending on the username. So that is why we need to select for the same line as username. Means just we are instructing to the user. First line is the Jojo is there. Jojo, after that you need to pick the bean. Bean, you need to pick the Jojo is the first name. So we are instructing the same line as username. And after that, we can close this. And okay, and no. So we can do for the bean and replace with parameter and create new parameter. And we need to give for the name it as a what is this last name, L name. And properties, now we need to select for the username dot file and add column. And now you are adding for the L name, last name column. Click on OK. And by name you need to select for the L name. And after that, we need to select for the same line as username, because this is a dependent value will be there. We can do for the like complex parameterization. So line by line, we can call it as a complex parameterization. And after that, we can close this and click on OK and no. And after that, we are doing for the address one. Same way we can do. Nothing will be difficult. We are doing for the address one and properties, and we need to select for the username only. And we need to add column. We are adding for the address one column. Click on OK. So it is added. And by name, you need to select for the address one. And here, same line as username only. And close it and click on OK and no. And after that, you can select for the address 2 and replace the parameter. And we are creating new parameter and give it as a name address 2. And properties, we can select as a username dot file. And after that, add column. And we can click on add address to, and by name you need to select for the address to. Which value you are doing, you need to select that one. And after that, we need to select for the same line as username. And click on close and click on OK and always no. And after that, we are doing for the passenger details. Replace and create new parameter. And we are giving the passenger details. Okay, and properties, and click don't click on create table. You can click on the user dot file, and after add column, we are adding for the passenger one. By name, you need to select for the passenger one. And we need to select for the same line as username. Click on close. And after that, final step will be credit card also. It's depending on the username only, right? Create new parameter, and I'm giving for the CC credit card and properties, and we are selecting for the username, and we are adding column. Click on OK, and by name you need to select for the CC and same line as username. And click on close, click on OK and no. See, now we are done for the complex parameters. What are the values will be there? So date and time will be not, we can add here. Okay. Only what are the text values will be there, we need to add. Now we can go to the parameter properties. See, now all values we added for the line by line with the columns, different columns. Now you need to give for the data, means you can come here and you need to give for the in between data. So maybe you want import, means we can import also possible, right? So what you can do, you need to open for the Excel sheet. and open the Excel sheet. And after that, so you need to, what is the name you are given, column name here, same name you need to select, otherwise you will be getting for the some error. So username we are given this one, and password, and first name, and last name, and after that address 1 and address 2. Smart. Address 2, and after that, what is that, passenger 1 and CC. Now we need to give for the data, like Jojo, and password is Bean, and after that first name, what is the first name, it will be there here. First name is the Bean, only it is there, right? Okay, they are given for the Bean. Last name is Jojo, and address 1 will be KP HP. What are the values will be there? Those values only I'm entering now. Okay, HYD, and after that passenger 1, nothing but what is that passenger name? Bean, Jojo, Bean. So first name and last name is included, Bean. And after that CC, credit card. So now we want to more data, means how to we can do it, means, so you can give it as a, let's select this and select the next row, just Control D. Now we can give for the 1 and 1 and 1, PHP also 1, Hyderabad is 1, Jojo Bean is 1, and okay, and after that this is the 9. Now we want the data. We want the data means you can click on this and we need to enter for 50 user data I want. Just I'm keeping for only 50 users now. See, to that I added, and after that we are adding for the Bean also. And after that we'll try. We can drag all at a time, it will come or not, we'll see. Yeah. See, now we are created data. Now this data, if you can select all, and you can copy paste also, you can copy and paste in the see, before that you need to save this one. Once it's done, right, you want to save this, save as, and I'm selecting for this PC, and for my this is the user there, right? You can go to the user, in the user scripts. In that scripts we are what is our script name, you can go there, and web to flight booking 1207. 1207. Yeah, this is ours, right? So I'm giving it as some test data. And when you are saving, right, you need to give it as a CSV. CSV comma delimiter. And you are saving, we need to open that. And I'm saving the data. I'm saving for here, okay? I saved here. So now we are saved everything, right? We want now import the data. So I'm closing this and click on save. Okay, don't save. Now you can go to the browse and see username is dot file is there. If you want all files means you are able to see the CSV file also we are able to see. Test data, right? We are given name it as a test data. Where is that? I think in data it is saved. See test data. So this is the file. I click on this and click on okay. And now we can go there. Where we selected so space. This is so now in username we need to select in data test data. Okay, we need to change the file also. So otherwise we can do one more thing and where it is our file, right? Maybe you unable to upload this one. Where it is your folder, like my folder is on documents and the vision and scripts in that 1207. And that data and that test data. So in the test data, right, you want to open with notepad, you can open. So you can copy these entire values to come there and you can go to the script now, edit with notepad and control A, control V. See all data it will come. Now control S and you can save it. See all data it will come. So if you want more data means we can do this one and it will be executed with the line by line. Now we'll see the like line by line means we can select as a unique each iteration only. You can select continue with last value. Okay. Now you can observe all data it will be there for everywhere. Okay. Now you can go to there and we can execute. Now we'll observe how it is the value pick for the multiple iteration band of runtime settings. In that okay, this is fine. And the run logic I'm giving for the 5 iterations. How values it will pick, you can observe. So script is failed. So what is the error also you need to know. So come there and you can go to the errors and warnings. See action fail to connect to server means what is the issue? Fail to connect server means what is the issue? Means we are not actually on the server. So that is the one error. One more the text error. Maybe I'm not on the server. Okay, maybe I will on server. Where it is. Now I will execute it the 5 iteration. Now we'll see. So now you are able to see the script executing for the 5 times. So now you can observe in output. We are executed 5 times. See starting iteration 1. See, see you can observe here username password also is picked. See username Jojo Bill means what is their first 2 column, it will picking for the Jojo Bill first iteration time. Okay, just I will observe this one and based on that you know for the this also picking same way. And see this is the first iteration, right? And go to the second iteration. See it's ending iteration 1 and it is second iteration is started. Now you can observe Jojo 1 being 1. Now you go there and you can observe Jojo 1 being 1. Because we are giving for the same line as some other parameter. See, we are what are the dependence value, all we are given same line as username, same line as username. Means what is there in username first line. So it will pick for the next your password, first name, last name also same. So this is the complex parameterization. It is also very important. Mostly in real time we can do for the this way only. Got it, everyone? Anyone any doubts? So as to last week you are prepared right data. The data you can keep in here and you need to execute with the 5 iterations and do for the complex parameterization. Okay. If anyone any doubts, you can ping me in our group and we'll discuss. Thank you for joining class. We'll meet for the tomorrow's same time. Bye.